Hello friends, Namaskaram. In this video, we are going to talk about the yogic principles of healthy living. Now, every one of us desire for a better healthy lifestyle. So, what factors decide our lifestyle? Environment, surroundings, family, culture, eating habits, education, financial condition, and day to day activities. So, these factors decide how our lifestyle is. So, a person is considered to be healthy when he is completely satisfied, has growth potential, joy of living, and developing harmony among all the layers of life. And these are the layers of life, which is Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. So these are the 5 layers of a life. I will create a different video to understand these 5 layers of a life. Then we will look into these layers in our upcoming videos. Now, healthy lifestyle means how one lives, works, enjoys, and spends his or her time more constructively, happily, and positively, and also deal with the situation of a life in a manner which does not interfere with normal functions of the life. All the texts explaining the yogic principle for healthy living are stressing on almost the same principle. Goal decides how the yoga will be practiced. So these principles are often considered as pillars of a yoga and which are applicable even today. The yogic principles of healthy living have been categorized as, first one is a ahara. Then ahara means food. The second one is vihara, means recreation. The third one is achara, means conduct. And fourth one is vichar, means thinking. And fifth one is vyavahara, means behavior. Okay, so let's look at into these step by step. So first one we saw that, right, it is called as a ahara, means a food. It is related to one's eating habits. We all know that, right? The food we eat affects our health and also our physical health and the mental health both. That's why it affects our thoughts as well. So yogic principle always consider that the ideal food is called as a mitahar food. Mitahar means a proper quantity, proper quality, and proper mental setup has to be there in the food. So mitahara is defined as agreeable and sweet food, leaving 1/4 of the stomach free. So it leaves 1/4 of our stomach empty and eaten as offering to please the God. So these in the yogic scriptures, this has been explained that the stomach should never be completely filled with the food. Rather, the 1/4 part of the stomach should be kept empty or free, and that part of food should be offered to the God. So food should be taken with a sense of a dharma or a duty. Jnana or a gyan means knowledge, and vairagya means detachment. So the food should be eaten with a dharma, means duty, then a knowledge, and a detachment. So according to yogic scriptures, there are 3 types of the foods that we eat and which are explained as, first is a sattvic, second is a rajasic, and third is a tamasic. So what is a sattvic? So this food, sattvic food, is easily digestible. This is a naturally grown, easy to digest, and gives energy. The sattvic food includes like milk products such as a curd and cheese, etc., fruits, dry fruits, vegetables of a season, cereals, sprouts, pulses, honey, jaggery, sugarcane, natural and unprocessed sugar, and oil. These things are considered as a sattvic food. What is a rajasic food? Rajasic food is essentially like for physically active people and is heavy to digest. Now, what is a tamasic food? Tamasic food are generally the nerve stimulating food. They are usually unnatural in state, stale, frozen, canned foods, bakery products of refined flour such as a cake, pastries, chocolates, soft drinks, tea, coffee, wine, and liquor and tobacco. These are considered as a tamasic food and they fall under this category. And this type of food disturbs the balance of the nerves. Now, yogic approach puts emphasis on how and when to eat. How means how much, and also the eating habits, how we eat, and when means the time when should we eat. So one should never drink water with the food. Means while you are eating, you should not drink water at the same time or simultaneously. A person should never eat when agitated, disturbed, stressed, or worried. So if you feel like you are agitated or disturbed or stressed or worried, then you should avoid food at that time. This is the reason why yoga put stress on proper mental setup for food intake. The timings for taking meals also should be fixed as far as possible. It can be 4 times a day with a gap of 4 hours between two meals, or it can also be the 3 times a day. The timings can be adjusted depending upon the need and requirement of a person. Now the next one is vihara. Vihara means the recreation. So it refers to such activities that are joyful, relaxing, and creative in nature. These are the recreational activities one involves in the spare time. These principles of healthy living gives immense importance to such activities, because we know that if we do these recreational activities, our lifestyle is better, we stay mentally and physically healthy and happy. These may include painting, dancing, pottery, drawing, singing, gardening, or playing. The activity should be based on the interest of an individual, then only a person can enjoy it fully. So check yourself what you like. What recreational activity do you like? The next one is achara. Achara means conduct. So these include right habits, right attitude, and right behavior with oneself and also with the others. The yogic lifestyle expects that a person would develop good habits and exercise self-discipline and self-control in his life. It has been suggested that most of the time external difficulties are caused by inappropriate action in life and can be fixed with a person's good conduct. Yama and niyama are the systematic procedures that can improve one's personal and social conduct. We already saw in our previous video what are yamas and niyamas. Yamas and niyamas are first two limbs of Ashtanga Yoga, and if we practice yama and niyama, then we can improve our personal and social conduct. These principles of yama and niyama says that an individual need to be disciplined to self and the society to lead a happy life. Means a person should be disciplined to a self and also the society to lead a happy life. This procedure makes a person well organized. Once these two parts of Ashtanga Yoga are internalized, the person lead a happy life. What are those? Yama and niyama. Now the next one is vichara or thinking. Now in this principle, emphasis is laid on the importance of the thinking. We have heard a lot about the value of a positive thinking. As per yogic practice, our way of thinking is very important in achieving happiness in our lives. Our thoughts are very powerful. All of us, we know that, right? In the Western world as well, a lot of emphasis has been put on the positive thinking. Now, as per the law of attraction, whatever is happening in present with us is because we have thought about it consciously or subconsciously in the past. And whatever we are thinking now will decide our future. Everything happens with us, whether good or bad, is because of our mental set of attitudes. So that's why we create our own world, good or bad, by means of our thought process. So, in order to lead a happy life, one's thoughts should be disciplined, proper, and channelized in the right direction. So, for these, things should be seen in the right perspective and integrated accordingly. So, a right person brings clarity and positivity in thoughts, which brings optimism and courage to face the problem, and the individual thus does not get unreasonably frightened or disturbed. So we can understand that, right? If we have a right perspective, right, towards the clarity and positivity, right, then it brings the optimism in our thoughts, and we will develop a courage to face the problems, right? And that's why we don't get frightened or disturbed. Now, yogic exercise controls the vrittis. The vritti means modification of the thoughts. So, yogic exercise controls the modification of the thoughts, means vritti, of the mind, and thereby giving positive direction to the negative thoughts as well. So, the seventh limb of Ashtanga Yoga, which is called Dhyana, we already saw that in our video. The Dhyana is a seventh limb of the Ashtanga Yoga. When we practice that, it helps in control of mental aspects of the life. Now, the next one is a Vyavahara. Vyavahara means behavior. So, Vyavahara is considered as our conduct towards others, right? How we behave or how we conduct with others, that is called as a behavior or Vyavahara. So, yoga in various texts has prescribed how to behave with others. In this context, Karma Yoga, which is the part of a Bhagavad Gita as per the Lord Krishna, so which is Karma Yoga, and Kriya Yoga, which is described by the Maharshi or the great sage Patanjali, are very relevant in getting help with the Vyavahara. So Bhagavad Gita, written by the Lord Krishna, teaches us that actions must be performed with a series of detachment and duty. So Patanjali emphasizes on Tapa, Swadhyaya, and Ishvara Pranidhan. We already saw these things, right? Tapa, Swadhyaya, and Ishvara Pranidhan in our previous videos. So there should be regularity and detachment while doing these things of a day-to-day life. Thank you.